It's, oh, it shows red, but it's on.
That's what it is.
Okay. All right, so I did pass out some things to kind of show you where your budget, and I didn't pass them out, I emailed them to you. I hope that everybody got my email. I know a couple of you responded back, so I do know. And I appreciate that, because I always worry when I put out an email if everybody gets it or not. So it kind of shows you where your budget was last year and where you are year to date. And if you look at your salary line from last year, and if you look at your health care, and actually your supplies and all, you're right on track. So you've done a very nice job at keeping on track with those expenses that are out there. I did notice when I did review the expenses from last year, we had a line item that says travel, seminar, and schooling. I didn't know if that's something you wanted to keep in this year. If you did, how much you wanted to have in it. I think it was like $500 in it last year. So that's something I'm asking today. Is that something you want to keep in for some seminars or whatever, for travel if you went someplace else, or is that something?
Jill and I went to something once.
Early on, when we
Did
first
you?
elected, and yes, there was a seminar.
Well, this was for last year though, so that might have showed on the year before.
Actually, being, especially with it being a new election cycle, we might have some council members. It's also nice to have for Diane, if there's something that comes up that we need to send Diane to. Just have that 500 there. That's something.
And I would agree with that, because you never know what kind of training might come with it. It's associated with what you do or what you want to learn. So I totally agree with that piece. But yeah, it looks like it was in it the year before and you used it, but we put it in for 19 and we haven't done anything with it yet. So I just want to make sure we'll keep that. So I would imagine that this question would be for Diane if she's done planning on retiring within the next year.
It's a possibility.
So I should put you down as a maybe then?
That's a maybe.
Okay.
No.
I ask every department that because we have to allot for their payouts. So when you have your sick time and your accumulated and vacation and all those things like that, there is a payout for some of that. The department would absorb some of it, and then the city would absorb some of it. So if you have a lot of tenure, you could have a lot of time accumulated out there. If you have vacation time or anything like that, that goes to the department. But if your accumulation of your sick time, that actually has to be budgeted for. So that's why I asked that question, because I try to get a handle on who might and what that dollar figure might be, because if they've been in the city for quite a long time, the dollar figure could be $40,000 for one person. So that's why I asked that question. I asked that question for every department. So I will put Diane maybe, but council says no.
Very much.
So you track down that figure then?
Yeah, it's an estimated figure, because I can work with the auditor's department to look at what that looks like. But so I take the guarantees for sure, and then try to back in a little bit of the maybes. This year we had, our budget is on track, but we did have everyone who said is pretty much going to retire, and a few of the maybes also. So try to budget for that ahead of time. And then also speaking, go ahead.
You look confused, Joe.
No, we're just talking about Diane. Diane's the only person that
Yeah.
falls into that category, so that's why I'm like, why are we pondering on regarding this? Because she's the only person that
I'm trying to go through what I go through with every department, so that you kind of understand what that conversation is with that, and so I do need to ask that with there. And then kind of was trying to explain as to how that's budgeted in the overall budget, so I wasn't real sure if that had been done before or not. Just trying to communicate. Just trying to communicate. Okay, from an IT perspective, computers are good, copier good, anything we'd like to see? Anything you'd like to see?
At one time, I talked about getting council tablets, so we wouldn't have to print everything, it would just be on tablet form. Any interest in council in that, or are you happy the way it is?
I mean, I'm looking at the supply and material line. I mean, we budgeted $14.94. We used $216. You know, that's kind of where, in my opinion, where our paper comes out of when we print things for our meetings, for our budget and stuff like that. And it seems like we're not using that. And I know there was a comment months back about requesting Diane to print up like our package. And well, for council to bring in paper, if we request Diane to print up our package, well, my assumption was that money was for those occasions. And maybe I'm wrong in thinking that, but we're not using that. So, you know, I guess electronic versus paper, I don't care, but I think we need to make a decision.
Is that accurate, Diane, that the supplies line that you said is $294, Joe?
We spent
$216.
So
Is that where you get your paper from, is that line item right there?
Yes.
So I
And
guess,
then the first of the year supplies, like the new notebooks.
so I guess if we're printing only at $216, it'd be hard for me to justify at minimum $5,000 expenditure to save the less than $200 charge. That makes sense.
I agree, and my thought is if we have that budgeted, if people, you know, something happens with my printer, I don't print it, I run out of ink, you know, come in and ask Diane to request it because we have money in there instead of feeling guilty that I have to come in and bring a ream of paper, you know, because I've asked her to print a package for me.
You know, that's exactly what that line item is for. You're for your supplies and your printing and your pens and whatever else you might need, so yes.
Yeah,
So-
and Jill's point is, instead of us printing them on our own, can we just get them printed out here?
We have it budgeted, so why am I using my personal ink every couple months if we have it budgeted and we're not using it? So, you know, something to consider.
And you could see how that goes, like how would that with your supplies, your printing, your ink, and your paper. You can kind of gauge that through the first 6 months to see if that's this is a good number, if it's not a good number type of thing also. So, yeah, but that's a very good resolution for that.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Could you share with us, or perhaps Diane could share with us, all of what is budgeted in the services and contracts, and how much each of those contracts are?
Diane, you might have a little bit more into that because I don't pay the VIP bills. I see the ultimate end.
Our most
I could say-
expensive bill.
I'm sorry, couldn't hear you, Diane.
Hold on.
You could just tell her microphone.
While she's looking that up, I'm going to guess that it's probably the repository and probably Ream for our databases, Drain for our databases.
For our database,
You might,
last year, Drain it's $390 a year for our hosting code for the internet. And when we update our codified ordinances, that bill was $4,859.51, and that's usually our biggest bill for the year. 2016 was $3,892 as far as services and contract, and the repository. As I think our most expensive one last year was like over $1,000 when we had a lot of ordinances published in the paper. What is this, 2019? Yeah, like last month, our ordinances came to $877.20. So the repository and Drain are our biggest services and contract accounts.
So we have the internet here, but no Wi-Fi.
Correct. Correct.
so we budget 726 for services and contracts. We've expended 11.1 thus far, with a balance of 64.50 remaining.
Correct.
Do you have an idea of what the remaining expenses would be in services and contracts? I'm assuming we've already paid that large
another one in December for drain, because our codified ordinances are updated every November. So probably by the end of this month or the end of next month, I will be sending them a list of all the codified ordinances that we have either amended or added or changed or did something to. And they charge us for that. So it depends on what we did, and we have to attach the exhibit. If the exhibit has to be changed, like the income tax one we have coming up, where we're going to want to change it from 90% to 100%, that has to be corrected on the website and in our codified ordinances. And that's where we get our 2019 replacement pages for our book. And that's what they charge us for. So I could guesstimate anywhere between $3,000 to $6,000.
To be paid yet this year.
I'm sorry,
To be paid yet this year.
to be paid yet this year, yes.
But you're not right on budget now?
And I think last year we had to transfer some monies from our school and supplies and seminars to put into our services and contracts to cover our bill. Because that was money that was just sitting there, we weren't using it, so we just transferred it from one account to the other to cover our expenses.
Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome.
Anything else that you would like to see possibly be added to your budget from a expense perspective that we need to take a look at once we sit down with all the different
Oh, I'm
departments?
sorry. And there was another thing from last year. If you recall, we had our copier.
From CopyCo, and we had a service contract that we paid also every 3 months, and I think it was like $232, $290, something like
Yeah, it's fine. I'd say it's around 300.
that.
That's the one we paid down.
Because I know Joel got us changed over from yearly to quarterly, and we have no service contract at all on this copier that we inherited from the hospital.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to invest into a service contract for our copier, or just pay for a service call, because we did have them come out once this year, and that cost was $125 for the service call. So that might be something you want to figure into the budget also.
I have a question. Does the, all the other departments have a service contract on their copiers?
Yes, because that's what theirs didn't necessarily come from the hospital. So when they purchased them, they purchased that for their individual department, and they purchased that service and contracts with it.
So is it a group contract listing all the copiers so we get best rates for multiple copiers? Or is everybody going up like?
I would have to check, I can check into
Because
that,
that's
and let you know.
something we should be able to save money on. If we group all the copiers together and use one vendor with a set price.
I think in my mind I know what it is, but I want to double check before I tell you. So I'll check on that for you. Because it is all about best price, so.
Correct, the multiple year.
Agreed. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody does this, any other cities, but would it be possible if I was on vacation for me to Skype into a meeting? And would that be at a cost?
Check on that. No.
I will just say, based on experience of Skyping in meetings and things like that, unless you have pretty high-tech Wi-Fi, things like that, it can be very difficult. And we've tried it in court and things like that, and it causes a lot of issues with timing out and things like that. And I don't know if we're equipped in this building for it to work.
And I will also say that I believe I remember reading, probably 5 years or so ago now, if we were to exercise an option such as that, you would be muted. You would
That
not,
would be nice to hear.
yeah, you'd be able to hear, but you would not be participating, and then for voting members of council, you'd still be considered absent, unable to vote, because you weren't present in the meeting. Whether or not we agree with that philosophy, I think that would be a little bit of a sticking point, but that's what I recall. So remember, there was an elected official in another municipality
question is, you're on the salary line that is budgeted, so Diane's salary is budgeted, and that would have an allowance for, probably about a 2% rate, increase on that, and then we also have the city council salary line, so are we looking to make any changes to that, because that's something we have to look at in the 2020 budget as well.
Diane's line is, you said already budgeted for the same amount of increase that other city employees are.
Yeah, that's normally, that's what I will budget for, it's not already budgeted, but yeah, that's normally what it is.
As long as Diane gets to stay in pace with everybody else.
She's-
Even though she retires on us, maybe we need to start reevaluating that reduction. I'm just saying.
Put a clawback clause.
A claw clause?
Clawback.
Okay. So I mean, I would need to know if I need to take a look at that as well, and what kind of figure will we
I
be
think both.
looking?
I think you need to look at both of them. I mean, we're gonna talk about acting on our own, not our own, the next
Next,
council's.
yes.
Okay, so. We're gonna vote on it, we're gonna try to vote on it here before the end of the year, that's not saying it will pass.
Wow.
But it's only, if we use 2%, it's only a little over
Yeah,
$3,000 total for
And
contract.
that's maybe what I'm looking for you really to give me, and not maybe, but that is what I'm looking for you to give me an amount that I can work around, because I need to budget that, and so the budget is due to you on October 15th, so I need to have something in that line item.
I would say something like 3,000. The way I look at this, I took 2% of 8,000, we don't make 8,000. We make 79 something, it's not far under 8,000, so 2% of 8,000. 2 years would be $320 apiece. And then I took 10, counting the president. So it'd be like $3,200 would cover it if we wanted to do something that was 2%.
It's over a 2-year budget.
Yes.
It's over 2 years.
Yes. Yeah, 160 a year per person.
Paul, you had said you wanted to bring that on Monday and probably have it the first week in September. So, I mean, do what you feel comfortable with, but by the time you get to that October 15th number,
Right,
you will have enough discussion that you're kind of knowing.
right, and like I said,
We'll be voting on it no later than like October 15th.
and what I'll do is, I'll put the 2% in there, so that it fits into the budget, and then I'm sure that's not, that move either way, I'm gonna have to move on some things from the initial budget, so then we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, as long as I have something I can work with, some number out there, that's good.
We had talked about reconfiguring our chambers to be more conducive to the galley.
Right.
What kind of time frame do we have to possibly get bids or an idea even of what that may cost prior to?
I'd say if we could get something in the next 30 days, that would be good. I'll have all my budget meetings done with all the different departments by the first week in September. And so I'll still be tweaking. I'm kind of trying to, as I do one, I'm trying to go back and start the budget so I can have a nice clear dollar amount to work with the auditors with and everything. So I'd say if we could get it in the next month or so. And like I said, I'll see if we work with anybody that's done any type of work like that from us before, so.
Thank you.
Sure. Anything else?
So Lori, you're going to look into getting somebody, or giving me names of somebody I can contact to see about configuring this?
I'm gonna look into that to get you names, and I'm gonna call BPI for you about the password.
And
For
don't
what
take
line?
no for an answer.
And don't take no for an answer. All right, thank you very much for your time. I just kind of wanted to walk through what I do with a lot of the other departments. So some are fast and some are much longer, depending upon what the department is, but I appreciate your time tonight, so thank you.